Hey YouTube, this is Jaden Storm coming at you with another episode of... Oh, good God, guys. This episode of Cards That Make My Dick Hurt is ridiculous. Guys, just when you think that the Dragonic Overlord chain can't get dumber... I mean, when we got the very first copy of Dragonic Overlord, we're like, it's kind of cool, kind of looks like something out of Power Rangers. And then we got Dragonic Overlord at the end, and we're like, oh my fucking God. And then we got Dauntless, and we're like, Jesus fucking Christ. And now we get a new version of Dragonic Overlord that's a brake ride. What? I was watching the new episode of Vanguard last week, and I'm watching this going, wait a minute, you're telling me you're taking Dragonic Overlord, you're reprinting him and making him as a brake ride? You realize what you're doing? You're taking any Kagro deck and giving it a new brake ride that gives him the ability of Dragonic Overlord. You're also, keep in mind, since his name is still Dragonic Overlord, you're giving Dragonic Overlord the End a new brake ride to use. What the fuck? Wow, guys. So, enough wigging out. Let's just read this, because I read it and I about fainted. So, here we go. I will say that the new artwork of Dragonic Overlord is fucking awesome. Limit Break 4. Jesus Christ. When a Kagura rides this unit, choose your Vanguard, and until the end of turn, that unit gets plus 10,000 power. And the new ability... Counterblast 1, choose one Kagro from your hand and discard it. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked a rearguard, you may pay the cost. If you do stand this unit, this ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. This ability cannot be used even if the cost is paid. Second ability, when this unit attacks, if the number of rearguards you have is more than your opponent, this unit gets plus 2,000 power until the end of battle. Jesus fucking Christ. You're probably asking yourself, it can't get worse than that, can it? Oh, but it can. Because you're going to also get another version of this. You're going to get a 2-for-1 in this video, and the second card we're going to be covering is Dragonic Overlord, the Rebirth. Another cross ride to Overlord. So now the most feared card in the game has 2 cross rides. Thanks, Bushy Road. Limit Break 4. Counterblast 1 and choose one of your Kagura rear guards or more and lock them. If the number of lock cards on your field is 5 or more, until the end of this turn, this unit gets plus 10,000 power, and choose 2 Kaguras from your hand and discard them. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do stand this unit, this ability cannot be used for the rest of that turn. This ability cannot be used even if the cost is paid. The lock cards is turned face down and cannot do anything. It turns face up at the owner's end phase. And then if you have a copy of Dragonic Overlord in the Soul, this unit receives plus 2,000 power. So... fuck me? Because Dragonic Overlord, when you brake ride the Rebirth on top of him, he's going to be able to attack a rear guard. You're going to be able to Counterblast 1, drop a card from your hand, and restand him. So think what that means. What you're going to do necessarily is you're going to Counterblast... hang on, guys. Got to make sure I get this. I am blown away, guys. I am blown away. Just when you think that Dragonic Overlords just can't get more busted than the end, So what you're going to do, necessarily, is you're going to brake ride the Rebirth on top of Dragonic Overlord. I cannot believe I'm saying that. Dragonic Overlord is now a brake ride. God damn! Dragonic Overlord the Rebirth, you're going to brake ride on top of it. You're going to Counterblast 1 to gain 10,000 power, and the new ability, if he attacks a rear guard, at the end of that battle, you're going to drop 1 card from your hand, Counterblast 1, and restand him. No, wait. Drop one card from your hand and restand. Then, the Rebirth's ability is after the attack is done, you Counterblast 2, drop... Jeez. I want to make sure I get this right, guys. Then, the Rebirth's effect is... Choose 2 Kagura from your hand and discard them at the end of the battle. This unit attacked a Vanguard. You may pay the cost if you do stand this unit. So you're going to attack a rear guard. You're going to get a twin drive out of it and just give everything to this big fucking dragon. Drop a card from your hand because of the break ride, restand him. So he'll be somewhere in the 35,000 range plus around there. Then you're going to attack the Vanguard. You're going to get another Twin Drive out of it, and then when that turns over, whether the attack hits or not, you're going to drop 2 cards from your hand, restand, and attack again. Fuck! You know, I remember when Dragonic Overlord The End first came out, and people were, oh my god. And now I see this, and I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ. You're going to get 3 Twin Drives out of this. You know, Dauntless guaranteed you 2. He guarantees you 2 Twin Drives. This guarantees you 3. 3! This is This is just unbelievable, guys. You're going to Break Ride the Rebirth on top of Dragonic Overlord. He's going to gain 10,000 power and a new ability, which you're going to counterblast 1 for at that time. So Dragonic Overlord the Rebirth will be at 21. You're going to attack a rear guard. No, wait, then he'll be at 21. He'll gain plus 2k for having Dragonic Overlord, the Break Ride version, in the soul. So he'll be at 21 plus 2, 23,000. You're going to attack a rear guard. Whether the attack hits or not, you're going to drop a card afterwards and restand him after you get that Twin Drive. And then you're going to attack again. You're going to swing. And then at the end of that battle, well, actually, Jesus Christ, guys, there is so much going on here. I'm probably screwing this up, and I apologize, but advance. Okay, so you're going... Let me start the second time I'm explaining all this over. You're going to Break Ride the Rebirth on top of Dragonic Overlord, the Break Ride. Dragonic Overlord the Rebirth is going to gain an additional 10,000 power, putting him at 21, and then an additional 2,000 for having Dragonic Overlord in the Soul, putting him at 23. You're going to Counterblast 1 for the Break Ride's effect. For when he attacks a rear guard, you may Counterblast 1, you may drop a card from your hand and restand him. The Counterblast 1 is paid when you Break Ride. I am sorry. You're going to Break Ride the Rebirth on top of Overlord. You're going to Counterblast 1, and he's going to gain 10k immediately. And then when he attacks a rear guard, you simply drop 1 card from your hand, and he'll restand. Then, with the Rebirth's effect, when he attacks a Vanguard, you're going to drop 2 cards from your hand to restand and attack again. Keep in mind, when you use his Limit Break, you may also Counterblast 1 and choose one of your Kagura rear guards and lock them. 1 rear guard or more, and if you lock 5 of them, you're going to gain an additional 10k power. So he's going to go to 21, then to 23 because of having the first version of Dragonic Overlord in the Soul. Then you can pay the Rebirth's effect. Counterblast 1, drop 2 Cargos from your hand to give him the new ability. If he attacks the Vanguard, he can restand for just dropping 2 cards. You can also then Counterblast 1 to give him the ability to lock anywhere from 1 to 5 of your Kagura units, and if you lock 5, he's going to gain an additional 10k. So, I'm going to make sure I got all those numbers right. I think I got it right that time. Yes. So technically you're going to have to Counterblast 2 for this whole combo. You're going to have to Break Ride the Rebirth on top of Dragonic Overlord. You're going to Counterblast 1 to give him the Break Ride's ability. When he attacks a rear guard for the first time, you can drop 1 Kagura unit from your hand to restand him after you do your Twin Drive and after the attack hits or not. Then, after he attacks a Vanguard, you can drop 2 Kaguras from your hand, have him restand, and then attack again without losing Twin Drive or any other cost except dropping 2 cards from your hand. And at the beginning of all this, if you want, you can Counterblast 1 to lock anywhere between 1 and 5 of your Kagura units, which are going to lock 5, and give him an additional 10k. So Break Ride 21 plus 2, so 23, and then another 10k from the locking of 5 Kagura units, so he's going to go to 33. This is insane, guys. This is Dragonic Overlord, but guaranteeing you 3 swings. Killing a rear guard, attacking the Vanguard, and then attacking the Vanguard again. And for this part right here where you're attacking a Vanguard to restand for the third attack, all you have to do is discard 2 cards from your hand. That is insane. That means when you attack the rear guard for the first time, he'll be 21, 23, 33,000 power. 33,000 power. And that's all you'll have. That's all you'll have is the rebirth. You're going to attack a rear guard, get a twin drive. Any triggers, stack them all on him. So if you get 2, that's 43 now. Then attack a Vanguard. Your opponent's going to have to guard it or just take it. Get another twin drive. You can get him up to 53 in a perfect world. If you were to hit triggers on all 6 of these, he'd be at 63,000. So he can be anywhere between 33,000 and 63,000 power, guys. And you're guaranteed 2 swings at the Vanguard and 1 at a rear guard, literally just to get and hope for triggers to stack on top of this monster and hope for more. Fuck. Guys, that was a lot of reading. I probably screwed it up a time or two, and I'm sorry. But I can't believe this. I mean, I really can't believe this, guys. I am shocked. When I was looking up cards to do for Cards That Make My Dick Hurt to make videos for you guys tonight, I did not know these were posted yet. And I had not read the card effects myself because they kind of glazed over them in the show for time purpose. I understand. But just reading these and thinking, it's like, oh my fucking God, Bushy Road. It's bad enough when the end first came out, he had to hit to happen. It's like, well, that's okay, but it's still a very good card. Then the Break Ride came out, Dauntless, and we're like, oh great, the end is guaranteed 2 attacks. A third if he can hit on the second attack, after Dauntless restands him for the second attack. And now you're telling me he's guaranteed 1 attack at the rear guards to simply just hope for triggers to add to my Big Fucking Dragon. That's going to be his new name, Big Fucking Dragon. Then I'm going to get 2 swings at the Vanguard, and all I have to do is discard any 2 Kagero units from my hand. Just 2 Kagero units. This card not only makes my dick hurt, guys, this makes my dick hurt. This card makes my balls hurt. This card makes my brain hurt. This card makes just shit. You know, I thought when Dragonic Vague was announced, the grade 4 Kagero unit, I thought that was just, God, can it get any worse? And then they give us this. You know, fuck. I cannot wait to build this, and I don't envy ever having to face it. This card is amazing. I have always loved Dragonic Overlord ever since I first saw him in the first season. Pop quiz, he's one of the first 2 units you ever see. If you watch the first episode, the first 2 units you're introduced to is the Spike Brother card, Juggernaut Maximum, and Dragonic Overlord. No, it's Dragon Knight Nahalem. The third you're introduced to is Dragonic Overlord, and I love Dragonic Overlord. I've always loved the Dragonic Overlord series. I've always been a big fan of the Kagero unit. I've always thought the cards in it was amazing. But this is fucking amazing / dumb. Guaranteeing 3 attacks. This card, this 2-card combo when it comes out, is the best deck. Period. 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 I don't know what else to say, guys, so there you have it. Dragonic Overlord is now a Break Ride, and Dragonic Overlord the Rebirth is a thing now, so pretty much they just took the end and made him even better. So anyway, guys, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below about this fucking dumbass combo that is awesome, and what the fuck was Bushiroad thinking at the same time, kind of thing. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, thumbs up this video for me, and I will see you later, guys. Fuck.